In this tutorial, we're going to look at how to assemble the disk feeder for the CTE robot work cell. You'll notice that we have some custom 3D printed parts here, all right, for this particular assembly. So let's take a look and see how this works. So if you look, this is the completely assembled feeder, and the idea here is inside of this custom base, we have an optical sensor, which is held captive by the 3D print. And the feeder, when the feeder extends the cylinder, and then retracts, it's going to push out that piece right over the sensor. So then we can pick it up and we can put it wherever we want. We've located it and we've sensed it right from our pickup position. All right, so let's see how we assemble this. I'm going to take this piece, put it out of the way. All right, and take a look at some of the parts that we have here. Okay. All right, so right away, all right, we have the optical sensor. All right, the optical sensor is held in place in this 3D printed base. Set that off to the side. Okay, we have the feeder hopper or the disk feeder. All right, this can be easily snapped on and off from the feeder base. Okay, on the feeder base, we have a couple of screws we're using, so we'll take those out. Okay, so on the feeder base, we have the pusher. Okay, we have a standoff. This is the shortest of the standoffs in the kit. I think it's a half-inch standoff. Okay, we got a couple of screws. Okay, we have the long cylinder that can be found in the kit. And then we have this gray piece, which is the feeder base. All right. So give me a second. We'll take this apart and show you how we put it together. All right. From the beginning, okay, I have the long cylinder. Okay, there's three in the kit. This is the longest of them. This is called a four-pitch stroke. All right. And on the top of that, or on the side of the cylinder, I have ports A and ports B. All right. I got A and B. And then on the bottom of the feeder base, I have a hole with a hexagonal counter bore, which allows me to put a 1032 nut in there. And then I can just screw down the green side. So this is port B side inside the feeder. So you're going to screw that into place. Once that's screwed into place, okay, I can take the pusher. All right. And I have, again, my small half-inch standoff, and I have a screw holding that in. And I'm going to take another screw. This is another half-inch screw. I'm going to put that in from the bottom, and I'm going to screw this together here. Right, like that, and just snug that up. Okay. So as far as assembling that part is concerned, it's pretty easy. I just have one screw that goes through the end of the piston or the piston rod into the standoff, and then I have another screw that comes through the pusher and goes into the standoff. All right, let's snug that up a little bit. The feeder, all right, or the hopper, okay, has two tabs on it. So these tabs are a little bit flexible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one side in. Okay, so I'm going to kind of rock this in. See if I can show you a little better this way. All right. So I'm going to take this side, put this side in first, and then just rock it in and snap shut. All right. So now that that's assembled, what I want to do is I want to take this part here, okay, and I'm going to marry that together. All right. There's clearance here. All right, so let me take the hopper off. It's a little easier to see. All right, so if you look, there's a clearance hole here, and there's another clearance hole on the other side, and that's so you can get your screwdriver down inside there. All right, if you need to get access to screws on the front. I don't typically put screws in those two front holes unless I absolutely need to, because they're a little harder to work with. I prefer to use the two holes on the back. Two screws is more than enough to secure this down to the tile. All right, and now I have my optical sensor. Okay, I can tell it's the optical sensor because it's got the little eye right here. All right, I have the wiring port. I want to make sure that is sticking out where I can get access to it. So if I tip this up, all right, you'll see this is going to slide in from the bottom, giving me access to that port. All right, when I put this down on the tile, all right, that's going to hold it captive and keep it from being able to go anywhere. And once I put a couple screws in this, okay, once I locate where I want it and put the screws in, it's not going to go anywhere. All right. So typically, what I would do is I would grab and put one of my screws in the back and locate that one, and then I would use another one in the other side of the back. Okay. Which, admittedly, it's a little tricky doing this on camera. All right. And then I would screw those down and secure that with nuts from the back side of the tile. So that's it for the dispenser assembly. Once it's fully assembled, okay, we can put the hopper back on. And as you saw at the beginning, I would load this up with the discs inside the feeder, and then I would program the robot so that every time I need to grab a disc, it's going to extend the pneumatic cylinder at the bottom, and then it's going to retract it, push it out. When it pushes it out, it's pushing it right over my sensor, so I can tell whether it's a green or a red disc using that optical sensor, and then I can use that to help me determine where it's going to go after that. Once that one's gone, okay, I go through that whole cycle again. So extend, retract. Now it's red, so it might go somewhere else. Okay, extend, retract. We see it's another red one, so again, I'd probably stack it on that second one. All right, so that's how it works. Good luck.